What's going on, everybody? Dak here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. Last Stand Earth action. Free to play. We got a couple of floors to clear here, and probably one of the biggest achievements that we can get here in Last Stand Earth is on its way. So let's get to it here. I already cleared the first floor. I didn't want to leave you having to watch me do a whole bunch of just some of the things that we've done in the past. And I will tell you that I am just full-fledged, like, do this as quickly as possible, basically. So I'm spending some resources. I'm just using what we got, and I'm just trying to be smart and have some fun, honestly, in getting this done. If you haven't kept up too much with the series or the channel, you'll find out here in a few short minutes what we got going on. So stick around with us. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. But hopefully you're having a great day. Bunker Bravo is open and available for you to go knock some tasks out, get some stuff done, get some important completion points and parts and pieces and things that you might need. And you should definitely go and do this. This is the best time. I actually did intend. I got a great suggestion about trying to knock this out without waiting for the event. I honestly didn't get around to it, and I knew this was coming up and said, let's just do it here, because this feels like the very free to play thing to do, you know, is get this all done. How did that guy hit me from so far away? And my hatred for the riot zombies continues for that exact reason. Come on. The people don't want to see this. They don't need to see you holding your shield up for 45 seconds, wasting my time, giving me radiation poisoning. They know you're gonna die. You have half health. This one too, every time. I swear. These guys are always killing my mojo here. I really hate them. I really, really hate them. That was pretty clean. But I'm excited. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing this thing. I also don't like the toxic spewers. I don't talk about them a whole lot, but they're pretty annoying, in my opinion, as well. Not the biggest fan of them. All right, we need to kill this. Ooh, double slasher action. Let's keep you guys away from me. AKs is the name of the day today for Bunker Bravo, so we're using this up. Knocking these guys out. I always like to bring some pistols. They're a great trade-off for the AKs, in my opinion, for this exact reason right here. Keep those guys away, although we could have probably just burned that guy down. Wouldn't have had too much trouble. Toxic spitters, they're just annoying. Toxic spewers, they're just annoying. I also don't like the juggernauts, but that's because they're actually pretty dangerous. They got some good damage. That's dangerous too. Slow down, dude. Wait for me. Wow, he pushed that guy. He said, Slasher, get up there, man. Get in this fight. I love modded AKs during this event. They're so fun. They're so much fun. Okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be good. Let's take care of this. I could just press this guy, but I'm not gonna. Mr. 50 Corpseman. I thought I was gonna be able to get behind there. I was wrong. All right, fetid corpse, get out of here. Actually had some success. That's probably the fastest I've ever killed a riot zombie, I'm gonna be honest, in this stage. Oh, we got two of them. Oh, this is going clean. I love that this toxic spewer, he never seems to actually do the thing. Oh, that was clean. That was really clean. Outside the little stumble there at the beginning, that was really clean. Nice little points. On to floor 4, here we go. I always do this, I feel like. I always bring the extra set of armor, and we never even get close. We never even get close to using it, which is a good thing. It's a really good thing. That talks to our efficiency here. So that's nice. Petite corpse. Stay away from me, my friend. Take some gas damage from you, slasher. Ooh, I gotta be careful here. Let's queue this up. Oh, look at my favorite. Freaking riot shield zombies. I hate you. Dude, seriously, come on. They're just annoying. Like, why? Why do you gotta put your shield up, man? It doesn't change the outcome, sir. It doesn't. You're slow. You don't even do that much damage. Your stun attack, it's just annoying. This is the area I almost die more frequently right here than just about anywhere else because you get pretty good combination of dangerous zombies right here. Exploder going down, double exploder. That's not always great. And there's gonna be a riot zombie behind this. Look at that. And then he puts a shield up. Listen, no matter the amount of riot shield zombies, nobody's killing my mojo here today. We're just too excited. Double fetid corpse. Holy moly. Alright, slow down, big guy. Stay away from me with all that gassiness. Should not have eaten that Taco Bell last night, my friend. It is doing funky things to your butt. Here we go. Get down the big guy. We got plenty of weapons. Again, I just went full bore with this. Just brought the AKs. Said, let's get this done. You know what? And the game is punishing me because I feel like I've seen more riot shield zombies than literally any other zombie this entire trip, this entire run here. Juggernaut. The Juggernaut. Stormtrooper. Seriously, look at that. Another one. And it's always got the shield up right away. Hate you. Okay, here we go. What's this guy? Explosive. Easy. Go boom. Big man. Hey, look at another riot shield zombie. Be gone from this world. Even though you are dead again. Juggernaut. Explosive. Spitter. Daughter. Sorry. Same thing. Basically the same thing. One of you just shoots like a pool of vomit. One of you shoots a dart of vomit. Which aptly describes your name differences. Slashes. Who's going to be here? Of course. This can be a pretty high variety of enemies, and it is very fitting. It's very fitting that it was a riot shield zombie. All right, here we go. Last boss, and we're done, baby. No, don't do this to me. Don't start giving me radiation poisoning. Dog's shaking. Cocoon. Oh, we almost had it. That's it, ladies and gents. That is it. Let's go. Many months have led to this moment. I'm so stoked. All right, let's get some, let's just get our weapons on here. We'll put some of those things away. Carbon composite, we need it. We'll just take all this. Take mostly all of this. Yeah. We've done it. Yes. All right, let's run up and just drop a few things off. I usually leave the pills and the what do you call it, the anti-rad here at the base. I might even do I leave this set of armor? Maybe not. Nah, we'll just leave these, leave those. We leave all these. That's all fine. We'll definitely continue to do this, you know, once we get this achievement. We did queue this up early, so I am actually hoping to knock this out at least a couple more times before everything is said and done. Let's go ahead and throw a few additional things down here that maybe we don't necessarily immediately need. I'll just put it all in here, that way we can grab everything. I am so stoked for this. Honestly, when I set out on this account, it's not that I didn't believe that we could do this. I really did think that this achievement was going to take a lot longer than this. I transparently did. Some recent changes, and I say recent, last 6 to 9 months, have really helped to propel things forward. So I'm very excited about this. All right, yeah, that's good actually. I don't mind leaving one paint. Yeah, I'm good. I am good. Back to the base we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. Here we go. I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. Actually, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna run to this. I need puppies. I need puppies for a raider task. We haven't been super lucky. Yeah, we did get a revenge raid today, which was a big help, but I need to get my raid streak pumped back up. I missed playing for like just about a day, and that kind of killed it. That's the tough part about the raid streak and being free to play. You really gotta stick up with it, or it can quickly evaporate on you. Here we go, though, folks. Here we freaking go. It's time. Now, here's the crazy part. Over the last couple of days, we have actually been able to grind up a little bit of carbon composite. I did a little bit of sewer action and some other deliveries. We got a sunken treasure chest crate. Sunken crate that actually gave us a decent couple of carbon composite. We've obviously been able to get our daily from our settlement, which has been absolutely huge. So I want to take a few minutes and talk about basically kind of where we were able to have some success with farming this stuff up and go from there. But let's drop some things in. I want to leave the last gas cylinder to the last thing. So I do have 6 more air filters. I am prepared for this. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's going to be somebody in the comments being like, he doesn't even have it all. No, bro, I do. Don't worry. I got it. Here's what's really nice. I got carbon composite left over, which is pretty freaking dope. Not going to lie. Pretty jazzed about that. I don't want to accidentally put my steel plates in here. So, whoops. Let me put a few things away. But there we go. There's 6 of those bad boys. We can just put all these things in here for now. I'll put this in here. Oh, I can't. I don't have the room. I'll put everything else away. And these. All right. Enough of that. Let's go. But I do want to talk a little bit about that because I'm going to get the questions. So I will answer the questions. And finally, the ATV is complete in free-to-play last day on Earth, dude. I am so freaking pumped for this. Dude, let's go. Oh, that is so sick. It's done. It is done. Ladies and gentlemen, it is done. Oh my gosh. That's pretty crazy when you go to think about it. Hold on, I gotta smoke this zombie really quick. Get out of here, dude. So if you're not familiar, ATV gets built. Don't worry, it's not trapped there. Might get that comment too. If I didn't do this. It's not trapped there. It will show up here on the outside of the base. It gets parked. It doesn't have a little storage area. It gets parked on the side. Here she goes. There she is in all of the glory. The ATV is done in free to play. That's crazy. Here's the other crazy thing. Let's see. I need to look to see. I want to say that we are... What episode is this? 93, I think. So not even 100 episodes, which is still a lot. We did quite a few. We did, 2 to 3 a week for quite a few months. That's awesome. That is so awesome. So if you're not too familiar, here's the thing that I don't like. It comes with no gas, which is really sad. I wish it would come with a full tank of gas. The other thing is you only get 4 storage location spots on this. So that is a little tough. You do have the luggage, so you can take things like crates and stuff like that. So we'll fill this bad boy up. All of the map is now pretty much open to us, which is actually really cool. I'm pretty excited about that. Got a whole bunch of gas here to dump in here. This is where having that fuel tank would come in handy, because we could just pick this to fuel up. But we have it all. We have it all. Everything, major achievement here. Everything is built, which is super cool. I predicted by the end of this year that I thought we would have this complete with all of the different events. But I'm really happy that we were able to get it done. So let me talk about a couple of the components that I think ended up being really important. So I'll just kind of run through. I think the biggest struggle points, it's kind of interesting, because there becomes a certain point in the game, especially once you really start raiding, or you really start getting a good stockpile of weapons with decent modifications. You do not need modifications to do a lot of this. You can make some really good progress. What I will tell you, the biggest help to me over the last handful of months since we started this free-to-play journey was the specialty events that came around. Now, I've talked a lot about the many different events, good, bad, and otherwise, right? And I'm not shy to share my opinion. I've been playing the game for many years, on and off. Played for a pretty solid amount of time when it first came out. Stuck with it and played very consistently. And then after that, I would come back to the game from time to time. And then most recently, I came back not too long after the settlement got reestablished or got brought into the game, and was new and gave me a lot of opportunity on my main account to do a lot of things. That was fun for me. That was great because it was new, content was fresh, transport hub was new, the drone was new. So there's a lot of new stuff to explore. So I've been very excited about the game from that point, really since we started the channel and started uploading here. And it's been awesome. I've really enjoyed it. I jumped into free to play because I really wanted to see, how did the game change? How did the progression change for a lot of things that used to be relatively rare at the start when I first started playing to now? That's the perspective, and I talked about this in a previous video when I was talking about the events, but I share all that because it's important to understand that, like, in the old days, in the very beginning of the game, and it's not surprising, right? Because a lot of the things were not in the game yet, right? ATV, the drone, the boat, like none of that stuff was in the game when I first started playing. The chopper was immensely hard to get. You'd go months and months of grinding crates and farm and trying to find the parts. Gas tank ended up being super hard to get, or it was one of the 3 or 4 items that you needed. You'd find the tires, in the gas tank, but the chopper fork, or you'd find the chopper fork in the tires, and the gas tank would be what you're missing, whatever the case may be. To be able to move through and progress in the game the way that we have, I felt like we got the chopper pretty efficiently. I felt like we got the boat actually like decently quickly. Sewer was pretty accessible to do that, and I actually had a lot of fun kind of opening that location up and grinding through that. And then really at that point, I said, okay, we're going to focus in. We're going to get the drone because I wanted to continue on with the Survivor's Path. And I will tell you, Survivor's Path was exceptionally helpful. A lot of the things that you were able to get helped with some of the early progression, some of the next steps, helped you kind of get over the hump on a few things. And then after that, it was just playing kind of the cycle of the game, getting through the season, utilizing the season events for good progress to make it farther in something or to get an extra boost, to have your weapons go a little bit farther. Talk about Bunker Bravo, and it's kind of fitting that we finished it on a Bunker Bravo season run. But Bunker Bravo season runs were perfect for this, right? We could do that too. If we were, smart and strategic, we could do 3 of those every season, be picking up our gas cylinders. The toughest things, in my opinion, carbon composite is really hard. It ranks up there for me. And the reason is not because it's necessarily super difficult to get 200. It takes some grinding, but you can see we turned, 1 in, and from 1 run, we got 8. You can go to Port Lab during the season event. You can get it from crates. You can find carbon composite. You can break down guns if you want to, but you can find carbon composite relatively simple enough. The problem ends up being is for the best mods in the game, you're fighting for carbon composite to upgrade your weapons versus what you're going to dump into your ATV. My mentality was progress my weapons a decent amount, get some good mods on them, try to really build those out, because the better my weapons were, the more I was going to be able to do. While I was doing that, I focused on the other components of the ATV. ATV transmissions, another very difficult one. Here's the thing though. The new commune is hands down the best way to get ATV transmissions every single season. If you were starting this fresh right now with no progress, and you said, how long is it going to take me to get 10 ATV transmissions? My answer to you would be less than 10 months. And the reason I say that is you're going to get a specialty event. Now, granted, you got to grind a little bit, you got to progress, and you got to get some weapons or whatever. But I honestly feel pretty confident that pretty quickly you'd be able to get to the point where you're completing the commune trials, getting enough points over the course of that to get an ATV transmission every season. If you wanted to spend some money and you grinded the season pass, you could get 2 every season, and you could have those in 5 months if you had the capability of doing that. You throw in timing right now. If you were just to pick the game up fresh right now, you're probably going to get one from the October event, from the Halloween event. You're probably going to be able to get one from the Christmas event. Heck, they might even give you a free one at the Christmas event. You might even be able to get 2. Forlorn Fair comes back around. You're going to be able to grab 1 or 2 from that potentially. So ATV transmissions, while difficult, while not easy to get outside of the specific places you can get them, if you are very deliberate and are very specific about what you're focused on, I've talked about this a whole ton. If you are trying to progress in the game, it's best to focus on just a few things at a time. Now, you can focus on multiple things as you get farther into the game, because you have the resources to support that, and a lot of times they don't share the same resources. But if you're trying to go, for instance, for 2 really good weapon mods, you might struggle a little bit. If they share carbon composite and steel and weapon and factory parts and springs, you've got to pick one. Pick one, get it finished, get that mod on your gun, move forward. ATV is kind of the same way. And the mentality I had was, once I got to a certain point and my weapons were pretty well situated, as long as I wasn't using rubber or steel or any of the other things for those weapon mods, I was putting those directly into the ATV. So much to the point that I neglected doing a whole bunch of base building. We didn't even start raiding until after we had hit level 209, because I wanted to get the base set up, and I was putting a lot of resources and effort into that. So it just kind of goes to show focus. If you can stay focused, if you can stay diligent and continue to grind, you can hit these things. You can make it. You can do it. I have not spent a single dime on this account, and we have been able to put the ATV together, which is pretty freaking cool in my opinion. I'm certainly not the first to do it. I certainly will not be the last to do it, but it's very rewarding to be able to hit that and to knock that out. So ATV transmissions, honestly, batteries could be a little bit of a pain because, again, there's not a ton of great opportunities. But commune trials, the new commune event, it gives you the opportunity to get the 3 hardest things, in my opinion, which is our ATV transmissions, your gas cylinders, and your car batteries, right? You can always make steel. You get to a point you can make steel. Again, you can grind carbon composite. Just be smart with how you're putting it. Engines. You're going to get to a point where you have just too many. Like, what the heck am I going to do with all these engines? You know what I mean? Look at this. I almost have 20 additional batteries, right? On top of it. And I think we've used a few of these for the van. And did the drone use any? I don't remember. Maybe the drone or the boat, you know? So we've been able to be really successful with this. And again, I'm super, super pumped to have this knocked out. But other than that, you know, rubber, cogs, I think you need to pay attention to. But again, we've got a decent stockpile of these. You'll be able to pick up some of these during some seasonal or special events. And, you know, again, I think just Bunker Bravo should be able to provide most of these. I think you can get these from Port Lab crates. Where else? I feel like there's another. Maybe the Sunken Treasure Chest crate. There's a handful of other locations you can find these from. I didn't think these were too bad. Rubber's not bad at all. You can make rubber yourself if you want by getting this, the pressing machine, and just turning it into rubber parts. So that is a really helpful one. This is also kind of nice. If you didn't know, you could turn scrap metal into iron plates. So that is pretty neat. So that doesn't feel too bad. And then, you know, everything else feels relatively easy to grind, right? You saw, oh, I guess the filters. Filters are another one. I always kept a stack of about 5 on me. Got 5 at any one time in case you get an infected crate or the sunken chest. And you want to, you know, obviously you want to be able to, you know, do what you need to do with those, get them opened up because they have good rewards in them. But you'll find that if you're clearing Bunker Alpha, Bunker Bravo, Port Lab with some consistency, you'll have no problem getting enough filters, and you can find them through some other means as well. So all in all, very, very happy. Really, really stoked. I'm here to answer any questions that I can about getting the ATV. If you have questions or are curious on the progress, I should probably comment. I got this question a few times. Where did I get all of my ATV transmissions? I broke this down to a commenter in a recent video. Like 6 or 7 of them came from the commune event. Like basically. One from Winter of Despair. There's a few other events. Winter of Despair was I think the first one we picked up. We did the hunting event. I think I got one from that. But most of them honestly have come from commune. Like most of them. I don't even know if it's on here. It's not on here, but most of them have come from the commune event. Like every season, we knocked out a couple. Forlorn Fair, I got two from Forlorn Fair. Completed both enough levels in the first stage. Completed all of first stage. Got through level 25, I think, on the second stage. So we were able to grab 2 from that. And basically the rest of them came from the commune event, which is really, really cool. So, but if you're curious and you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Check out, we have a whole playlist of all that stuff. If you're just stopping in, go in and checking this video out for the first time. We have a ton of Last Day on Earth content, so I appreciate you checking this out. Hopefully it's been somewhat informational, certainly fun. I'm just kind of basking in the glory right now of having it done. And again, very, 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 very excited. Now, what does this open up for us? What's cool here is this opens up the ability to do a few things, right? It's going to open up the ability for us to go and really finish off the last bit of things that we need to do. We have some tasks to complete here, and the tasks really look like running to each location and getting these towers up and running. We have the Northern Watchtower, the Island Watchtower that we need to go do, and we can go do that. So we also have to come and hit this one. We got to get over here, knock this one out. You know what I mean? We got to get over here, knock this one out. We do have still a little bit more to do here. We got to get this built. We got to get the lighthouse built, so we have plenty more. Free to play is not over. That's another question that I figured I might get, so I wanted to address. Free to play is not over. We're going to continue. We have plenty of grinding to do. We have plenty of other stuff to open up and to get completed. I don't have the drone workbench yet, so that's kind of one of the things to get on the docket. I have a bunch of settlement progress to make as well, which I'm excited about trying to do and continuing to grow that. Kind of one of the longer grinds that we have. And now we got to go start exploring the swamp areas, getting some ash planks and doing some other fun stuff over there. I do want to see here, where is this thing? Drone upgrade workbench. I need to get this. I need to get this done. We actually have the ability to make iron sheets. I'm not sure. Do I have enough iron rods? I think I have some. No, I think I have the iron rebar. The latticed rebar, maybe. I don't remember. Ah, I got 3. So we need 5 more. So we need quite a bit of grinding to go do here, but Transport Hub is going to become important for us to try to knock this out. I don't think you get any of this in any expeditions, do we? I don't think so. I don't think this is a reward at any point. You can't get an ATV transmission here, keep that in mind, but getting to this is pretty hard. Let me just look to see. I don't think you do. I don't recall getting any of these. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't. I didn't think so. So we got some more grinding to do. We have plenty more things to get completed here, but I'm super stoked. I didn't plan to do anything with this. I got to kind of plan out where I want to go. I do want to go do the watchtowers here pretty quickly. So that's going to definitely be one of the next episodes we go do. So we go open those up. We get to go fight the swampy big one as well, which should be pretty fun. And I'm excited to, again, jump into those things. Have some fun knocking that stuff out. So thanks for checking this out. I'm going to leave you here. I'm just going to give you one more quick showcase of the old ATV. And pretty excited. This thing guzzles a lot of gas. So I'm not going to be driving it probably a ton. But there it is in all its glory. Free to play completes the ATV. Super, super cool. Again, if you have any questions, want any tips or tricks down below, let me know. I will probably try to do a consolidated video in our Wasteland Survival Guide for this. If you're interested, maybe laying out like key locations where to find some things, because that's a lot of the questions is how do you get certain items, especially for those that are maybe a little less familiar. So we'll be taking a look and trying that out. Let me know, again, questions down below. Just celebrate with me. Pretty cool achievement. Hopefully you're close to yours. If you're not, keep the grind up. You can do it. I promise you. And I say this consistently. If you are going to spend money, my personal opinion, the season pass is probably the best value you can find. And the biggest reason for this is these ATV transmissions here at the end. Now you got to grind. You got to earn this. You really got to play. But if you do the season events and you stay consistent with the game, you go clear your locations and go, get your gear, get your loot, do all that stuff and keep pressing forward. This is a huge boost for you. And again, I don't typically say buy things. Usually tell you not to buy things, but this is pretty good value. And I think this can really help to accelerate and, keep you moving forward. So thanks again. Thanks for checking this one out. Thanks for celebration and the joy. Hopefully I'll see some congrats comments, and just excited to bring you more ATV content and travel to some of these locations free to play, see how we can go and tackle that stuff. So stay tuned for more. Getting close to our 100th episode, which is pretty cool as well. Thank you for all the support on the channel. I genuinely truly do mean that part. Likes and comments are great, but those that decided to hit that sub button is a great way to support us. We really do appreciate it. To see where we've been able to grow with the channel up to this point has been awesome, and we just are excited to continue to grow. Push it towards 10K. That's our next big milestone, and we just appreciate all the support. So thanks for checking this out. Scout gives you a quick shake, and we'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Peace.